Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Earlier today, President Donald Trump announced the deployment of federal law enforcement and even the National Guard to Washington, D.C., under the guise of combating crime and homelessness. So here are the facts. The federal task force dubbed Making the District of Columbia Safe and Beautiful has already dispatched over 120 federal officers to patrolling parts of D.C., and reports show planning for hundreds of National Guard troops is underway. Trump has also suggested rolling back D.C.'s autonomy by potentially repealing parts of the Home Rule Act, which gives the city its limited self-governance.
Tonight, the nation's capital is bracing for a new announcement from President Trump. The White House plans to hold a press conference tomorrow that Trump says would essentially stop violent crime in D.C. It's not clear what Trump is planning, but it comes after he ordered the deployment of federal law enforcement agents to patrol the city. The ATF and U.S. Park Police are among the agencies posting photos on social media of agents out in the city. Last night, D.C. police say they arrested a minor for allegedly firing a gun towards a crowd in the busy Navy Yard neighborhood. No one was injured.
We have a capital that's very unsafe. We're going to do something about it.
For years, Trump has criticized Washington, D.C. as unsafe and dangerous. This week, he suggested the federal government could take over the city after a government staffer who used to work for Elon Musk was attacked in an attempted carjacking, according to authorities.
This has to be the best run place in the country. You're going to be safe walking down streets. You're not going to get mugged.
While Washington was one of America's deadliest cities in 2023, violent crime has been down for 2 straight years, hitting a 30-year low in January. Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser is pushing back on the president's claims.
If the priority is to show force in an American city, we know he can do that here. But it won't be because there's a spike in crime.
But is this about safety, or is it theater? The data strongly contradicts the narrative of a crime-ridden city. Violent crime in D.C. is down by 26%, homicides by 12%, and overall crime has declined by 7%. All compared to last year, Mayor Muriel Bowser and other local leaders have called the move disproportionate, extreme, and a dangerous overreach. Let's not mince words. What we're seeing isn't about protecting communities. This is federal heavy-handedness aimed at a city that overwhelmingly opposes President Trump's agenda. D.C. is a deeply democratic city, but its ability to govern itself is being trampled, not for public safety, but for political posturing. Deploying troops and federal cops without local consent, especially amidst declining crime, is a classic authoritarian tactic. History tells us, once democratic norms are suspended under ambiguous pretexts, they're hard to recover. And let's address homelessness. Trump is clear. Cities must be clean by removing unhoused people without offering pathways to housing or support. This is not cleaning up, it's criminalizing poverty. Labeling vulnerable people as blight is not compassion, it's political cruelty. Mayor Bowser and D.C.'s congressional delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton have stood firm. This federal incursion threatens civil rights and local voice. Meanwhile, advocates are mobilizing, calling for humane solutions, meaningful investments in housing, and respect for democratic rule.
The thousands and thousands of documents that are out there for full transparency, but I have to say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. For 4 years, Joe Biden and the Democrats did absolutely nothing about this story. We know that Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires, and now President Trump has demanded full transparency from this, and yet somehow the Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration, which did nothing for 4 years.
Was it the right move for Comer to send subpoenas to the Clintons?
It absolutely was, and it drives home how, while the Democrats have tried to make this Epstein thing about anything but, the fact that Democrat billionaires and Democrat political leaders went to Epstein Island all the time, who knows what they did, but it's totally reasonable to ask these questions. What you saw in the House's subpoena is they are trying to investigate all of the things related to this particular case. I know a lot of Americans want answers. I certainly want answers. And I think James Comer and the team of the House, they're doing the right thing. And of course, we know that Clinton, or allegedly he went to the island 26 times, 28 times. Totally appropriate for Comer to be asking what was going on at that island.
On August 11th, Vice President Vance appeared on Fox News and made a pointed claim that Democrats ignored Epstein's crimes for years and that now, under Trump's leadership, the truth can finally come out. Meanwhile, the House Oversight Committee, now controlled by Republicans, issued subpoenas to a wide range of high-profile figures, including Bill and Hillary Clinton, former FBI directors, and past attorneys general. The focus? The Jeffrey Epstein files. Vance painted a picture where Democrats somehow shielded Epstein, and now Republicans are stepping in to bring transparency. But let's ask a real question here. Where was all this urgency when Trump was in office before? Let's not forget, Trump himself had ties to Epstein. They were photographed together multiple times. Trump even called Epstein a terrific guy in the past. So why is this narrative only being pushed now, with subpoenas aimed squarely at political opponents? Subpoenaing Bill and Hillary Clinton raises a lot of eyebrows. Yes, Epstein had well-documented connections to high-profile figures, but this move isn't happening in a vacuum. It's coming in an election year, under a Trump administration already making aggressive moves in Washington, D.C., and facing multiple scandals. It's hard not to see this as part of a broader campaign, a way to rally the Trump base, distract from controversies, and keep the spotlight off their own legal exposure. What we're seeing might be less about justice and more about narrative control. Republicans are trying to paint themselves as the defenders of truth, while pushing a very narrow and politically convenient version of it. This isn't new. We've seen this playbook before. Use an emotionally charged topic like Epstein to deflect, distract, and divide. Here's what should be happening: a nonpartisan, transparent investigation into everyone connected to Epstein, including Democrats, Republicans, celebrities, bankers, and yes, Donald Trump himself. Survivors deserve real justice, not a televised witch hunt, not politically timed subpoenas,
Subpoenas
truth,
to Hillary and
accountability,
Bill Clinton.
healing.
When are you expecting them to come in to testify under oath?
We've asked them to come in October. We've given them specific dates. What makes these subpoenas special and historical is that they came as a result of a bipartisan vote. The Democrats made a motion, like we knew they would, to subpoena the Epstein documents, which Republicans support. Scott Perry from Pennsylvania amended that motion to include subpoenas for both Bill and Hillary Clinton, as well as 6 former attorneys generals, and the Democrats voted for it. Now they're scared and trying to say they didn't vote for it, but they did. It's on record, and that helps us in court. If the Clintons try to fight this subpoena, which we presume they will, this subpoena came as a result of a bipartisan vote, which has never happened before in the House Oversight Committee. So we're looking forward to hearing from the Clintons. The American people want to know what went on Epstein Island. We know Clinton went there many times. We just want to ask Bill Clinton what he saw when he was there, and who all was involved.
So let's be real. Today's bipartisan vote to subpoena both Bill and Hillary Clinton is historic. It's never happened before, and it raises serious questions, not just about who knew what, but about how justice works in this country. Yes, we need transparency. Yes, the public deserves the truth, but let's make sure we're demanding accountability for everyone involved, not just the people political parties want to target. At the end of the day, this can't become just another headline cycle or partisan sideshow. The survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse deserve more than political theater. They deserve justice, healing, and truth that doesn't stop at party lines. If you agree, drop a comment below and let your voice be heard. Was today's move a real step toward accountability, or just more distraction in an election year? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you want more deep dives like this. Thanks for watching.